Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game. Today, I am starting my journey through Cosmic Encounter powers. And you may sit here and go, wait, what? What in the world is Cosmic Encounter? And I will direct you to a great video on what Cosmic is. I don't want to go down that road. Instead, what I want to do is highlight the different alien powers, why they're good, why they're useful, and how you can play them better, what skills that they teach us, both in Cosmic and how to apply those skills to other games, because I think that that's a useful ability. So, first off, the Philanthropist power. Uh, this is one where you get to give a card from your hand to either your opponent or someone that you're allied with, or um, someone you're not allied with. And you kind of go, is that really a power? Is it? Does it actually help me to give away something that I have in my hand? See, in a lot of games, we think of things we possess in our hands as limited resources, as useful ideas. But in a conversation I had with Peter Alotka, who's one of the head designers of Cosmic Encounter, and I had this conversation with him years and years and years ago, probably like 2013, for a blog I wrote many years ago. Philanthropist is his favorite power. That's why this is the first in the review series, the overview series that I'm doing. The power to control your hand, to cycle through bad cards, is very rare in Cosmic. Furthermore, the ability to give somebody you're working with a very good card to help them win, which helps you progress on your goal of winning the game, is a valuable resource, a valuable power to have, a valuable ability. And the other thing you're doing is you can take a low value card and give it to your opponent, and it clogs up their deck or their hand, not their deck, sorry, their hand of cards. And see, in Cosmic, you don't get a new hand of cards until you have used every encounter card, which are both attack values with numbers on them and negotiate cards. So the faster you can get through your low value cards, the sooner you're getting new high cards, new specialty cards that aren't encounter cards, and you're seeing more helpful cards overall. And that's one of the goals in the game, right? It's being able to have that final push to win the game with a high value encounter card is one of the things that Philanthropist does. Philanthropist also makes itself a very potent ally, because you can say, hey, bring me along for the win, perhaps. I'll pass you my really high attack card, and then we get to win together. Otherwise, that really high attack card is going to your opponent, and you're not going to win because they're going to have it. It's a trade-off here, right? Cosmic at its heart is two things. It's a negotiation game. It's a player interaction game, but it's also a hand management game. You have to have the right cards at the right time to be in that position, to be of value to other people, and have other people be of value to you. Political card management. Philanthropist does those things really well. Power doesn't help it win the encounter, but it does help put it in a position to win. The other thing I want to look at is the flair for Philanthropist. And two things happen there. The wild says at the start of an encounter, you can send one of your ships to the warp to lend your power to another player for the duration of the encounter. Until the end of the encounter, that player is considered to have your power instead of their own. That player cannot refuse the loan of your power. So, you want to get rid of a very threatening power like Virus, Masochist, who's trying to win the game because all their ships are going to be in the warp type thing. TikTok, who's counting down the clock. Lots of potential here with giving away your power for an encounter to say, hey, I am giving away my thing, but you don't get to do your thing, and now that hurts you, and I'm okay with that. The Philanthropist Super, if you are lucky enough to get it, any player to whom you give an encounter card must play it in the encounter if they can. That's a really potent way to mess somebody over. You hand them a negotiate, now they have to play it. You know you can now play a low encounter card, you win the encounter. Or you play that low encounter, or you give them a low encounter card, you know exactly what they're playing. And you know the math to beat them. So lots of ways a Philanthropist becomes very, very, very powerful with that super in play. But I like what Philanthropist brings to the game. It's an extra level of thought there. And I am currently playing Philanthropist in a play-by-forum game. I'm enjoying it. I like the Philanthropist. I like what it brings to the table. And I love the interaction. So, lessons that the Philanthropist teaches us that we can bring to other games. You don't always have to have the best stuff to win. What you do need is the ability to manage those things. What I mean by that is, let's take a game like Catan, for instance. Catan is all about resource management, income outcome, or income output. If you don't have great income, you can trade with other people. Knowing what trades to make, who to trade with, that's a situation to be in. You can use your bad cards, at least bad to you, and trade with other people to get the stuff that you need. Philanthropist gives us an idea that sometimes it is much better to be under the radar than be at the forefront, especially when there is player interaction, games where you can be targeted. If you can kind of sneak under the radar a bit, you're going to be in a much better position than if players go after you. If you're in the forefront, you're going to get that targeting. For instance, I don't love Munchkin, but Munchkin is a very popular game. So a game like Munchkin, sometimes it's better to be at the back, holding on to your cards, not using powerful cards to win an encounter with a boss early to jump ahead. Because if you jump ahead and now you don't have any treasure cards to beat harder bosses later on, you're in trouble. You're going to be in a bad position and you're not going to be able to overcome things, and people aren't going to want to help you. So there's a lot of thought here of when do you use your good things? When do you wait on those good things? It's all about balance. And I think that that's a very important lesson here. So, in Cosmic Philanthropist, if you bypass the Philanthropist all the time, give it a play. I really think that it's worthwhile. I think that there's something here. and more people should check it out. I do want to give a shout out to the Cosmic Encounter.fandom.com/wiki. That's where I'm getting the images from. I'm going to pull that out for these videos. I really do like what's here, being able to show that off. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. I will try to keep these to about 10 minutes or less in the future. And until next time, keep brushing up your game. Thank you. Have a great day.